8-ball champion, Tim Delater. Let's go.
Well, breaking from almost the dead center. And he has been crushing it the whole week. But I have to say, in the semifinal I did earlier today, I've seen so many good breaks and dry breaks. It was fascinating. And just like this break, I mean, I love the way how he hit him. Just almost every single ball went up table. Just nothing finding a way to go.
Yes, exactly the same way as he was breaking in his semi-final. It was successful on a few occasions, but not always. His opponent then, Bryant Seguipede, was breaking from the side with lots of messy racks, but they were still getting out on them, which was tremendous, actually. What do you say, Tim?
Well, he's going for solids. The 6 needs a little bit of work. But does go to the top left when the 7 is out, so he's playing the 1, crossing over from the 7 to the 3 ball. Then possibly 2, 6, 4, 8 or 2, 4, 6, 8. Just depending on how nice you get on the 2 to the side. Actually, it looked like a very busy top side of the table with, what is it, 10, 12 balls there. But overall, I don't think it was a very difficult layout. But don't forget, this is the opening rack after such an introduction in the final in the World 8-ball Championship. I mean, obviously there is quite a bit of nerves. He is playing straight to the 6 ball there. I'm a little bit surprised, but probably doing so because he's not feeling it to try and get straight from the 2 ball on the side. In this case, would still like to get to the 3 ball. See, so easy to land. With a bit more angle on that too. And now if he runs into the 14, for example, to hold the cue ball, he might get straight on the 4. I'm surprised he didn't go from the 7 to the 3 ball. But then again, that's another thing I've pointed out earlier this week is the fact that sometimes for our view, the all-around view on the table is easier to make a pattern, actually, than what the players have in real life. They're closer to it, so they don't get all the angles. So we have the advantage there, but he has the advantage on this to see if the 3 ball goes yes or no.
Well, imperative. He does clear up here because you don't want to leave 1 ball on the table and let your opponent pack. Alex actually did win a rack like that earlier on, believe it or not. There was 2 balls left for Seguipede. And Alex, sorry, the other way round. Alex had 2 balls left and ended up winning the rack, even though Seguipede had all of his on the table. Eric described it as about a 3% chance of winning it, Tim, but he did so. But no problems for Albin in this, and had a pretty straightforward run to this final until he got to the semi-final, of course. Started with a great win over Derin Satoris, the young Indonesian, Richard Anusab from the Philippines, Hamza Said Ali, Petri Makinen from Finland, great player with a big break. Albin overcame him, then Beda Alawahadi, and then, of course, that amazing semi-final, which Albin didn't lead until the final rack at 10-9. Absolutely unbelievable stuff from the Austrian. And Alex got out of jail as well. If you didn't hear me saying the intro, it was 8-5 down, with Bryant needing just 2. And Alex won all the remaining racks, 5 in a row, to win that match 10-8. And here we are at the final. Rack number 2, Albin breaking off, leading by 1.
Well, manages to make one on the break. That's why both of them, such a great break in general. Big breakers. No way you're going to win the World 8-ball Championship without having a big break. Now, early look at the table. The 9 might slide by the 3 ball in the bottom right. Pocket speed, though, won't be able to do much more with the cue ball. So I do think stripes is an option because he doesn't really have too much else with the solids, Mark.
No, nothing to start on with the solids. I don't think he can get through to the 4. No, there you see. You can't.
15 corner pocket.
So now the good news is, only has to play the 9 soft to be on the 10. So you will see him probably hit a piece of the right long rail. Or does he still have enough to... Wait, well, he stopped the cue ball. Could have floated forward too, but still fine. Might be going back over the short rail, 1 or 2 rails to the 13. Yeah, it's looking to play the 12 in the top left corner. The only thing I'm wondering is why would he not stun off the rail to play the 12 in the same corner as the 13? To have a more natural angle to move over to the left side of the 14. If you play for this in the top left, you can get a little bit off angle left or right.
The smooth operator, as he's known. Certainly looking very smooth at the moment. Hasn't won a big title since 2021 when he won that World 9-ball Championship, his second one. I was actually there, Tim, to see that match, to see those championships. It was the first time that the doors were open to the public after COVID. And it was in Brentwood, in Essex. No, it wasn't. It was in Milton Keynes, I beg your pardon. So anyway, Mr. Smooth does it again. 2-0 early impressions, Tim?
Well, this is Albin looking solid as ever. Really handling the early nerves well. I think a lot for this match is going to depend on the break. That's for sure going to be one of the biggest factors, like it mostly is in 8-ball.
Would you say more so in 8-ball than any other cue sport?
Well, the funny thing is, of course, the break is always the first chance you get in any discipline. But with how well everybody plays nowadays, and in 8-ball you have so many options, if you have a dry break, the odds of coming back to the table are just so low compared to when you play rotation. There's a chance you might come back for safety, or your opponent might not run out. So I think the break in any game is important, but in 8-ball, to make one, you're like almost guaranteed to break a run on their level of play.
Yeah. Well, it is dry. Now, what does Alex have, Tim, at first sight?
Well, it didn't really look like he got too much. He might be playing a safety behind the 3-ball. Play the 2 away, stick the keyboard with the 3. Unless he wants to go aggressive and, for example, bank the 4. Don't think he's got the 13. Might have a difficult shot on the 15 to the side, but...
Yeah, 2 possibilities to the side. The 15 is on, if he wants to take it on. Just looking, I think, to see if he'll be on the 10. Maybe into the opposite side pocket, but these pockets, we know what they're like. They're very, very tight. These middles, so looks like the safety. Maybe playing it off the 4, Tim.